Let's start out with JavaScript has data types. String is text, number. Strings always have quotation marks around them, either single, double, or backticks. Booleans true or false, undefined. Hasn't been defined yet. Null, you specifically said that it doesn't have a value. Object is a more complex data type. So here we have our numbers, string, the quotes, Boolean, true or false. Object, a bunch of key value pairs. Okay, an array is a kind of object, just a list of things, list of strings here. Date is a built-in object to the language. Okay, so objects have either properties or methods, properties being static qualities, methods being functions. Method is a function that belongs to an object. So here, this is what a function normally looks like, the keyword function, the name of your function with the parentheses and the open curly braces. You can use the return keyword to return values. We'll get to that later. Here we're using a parameter, so here we feed it that parameter when we call it, and it could be a list of these. I just have to go in order, and then so we can dynamically get values. Okay, here we created an object called person as one property, one method, this function here. We instantiated the object, created an instance of the object called me. Me is a kind of person. Created a new property, and we're working with what it inherited, this property method. So, all right, so let's go into the console. That's Control-Shift-J to open and close it. Hold Control-Shift-J. And let's start with the window object. It's front of the browser itself. Ton of methods, ton of properties. The little f means it's a function. So we can use this to kind of root through the language a little bit. We can do window.inner height, that's the amount of pixels, tall it is. You can do window.alert, that is method, pop up there, takes one string parameter. So yeah, that'll say our thing. Got the document object, probably most famous for document.write, but it can also go all the way into CSS, so document.body.style. And now we have the CSS properties available. So background equals, let's say green. That looks horrible. Okay. So we can also do things like window.location. Where are we? So H hyperlink reference, that's the name of the file. Path, we can reload. Okay, so we can do location.reload. That will give us a fresh start. Can also do console.log. Alright, now let's go to our HTML file. Let's start out by making a div, which is the most generic divider. Hello there. And CSS, which is style tags. Let's reference the div. Let's say background, magenta, color, cyan, padding, 3%. Okay. So we got that. Nah, I don't want to do the HTML in HTML. Let's do it in JavaScript. So let the div declaring a variable equal document.create element. Jeez. create element of type div. Okay, so the div dot append, this will be the text. Below there. Now document dot body dot append again the div. Okay, and we created that. Now let's comment this out real quick. Okay, on VS Code, that's control backslash, or regular comments, multi-line comment is the mnemonic I use is slash the star more than star is a slash, and that makes the comment. Okay, so now we want to create this dynamically, so let's make a button. Call that, say, hit me. Now our ID, let's make it but, and so we'll say const but. I'm going to call it that too. That just makes it easier. Document.get element by ID, our ID, and now we can say but.onClick equals a function. Now just to test it out, let's log a grading. So hit me. Alright, it works. So now we can put this code inside of there and it will dynamically create elements for us. So let's see how it goes. Hit me, hit me. Alright, that's pretty cool. But let's make this what it says. Let's make that dynamic as well. So let's do an input, and to get a hold of it, it's easiest to do an ID. So let's say, call it your 2 cents. Okay. So we gotta make another handle. In VS Code, you can drag over something and Control D. It will jump on both of them or all of them, and so we can write both of these at the same time. So we can say your 2 cents. You have the ID. We can set an initial value. We can say value is hello there, hello here. But no, that's just the initial value. And let's see. This, we'll set this to your 2 cents dot value. Okay, so now whatever's in here, alright, here's some more JavaScript. Let's do the other kind of event listener. So I'm going to add event listener, and this is going to take basically 2 parameters, the first being what kind of event it is, and then the function. It's going to execute it. We can also do an arrow function here, which is just a parentheses, an arrow, and that will work also. And then the third one we can do is just do the name of a function. Okay, so this function is called func. Alright, so now let's do another kind of event. Let's do your 2 cents dot add event listener. This is going to be a change event. Now let's do our arrow function. And I'm going to say on change, let's just test it. So anytime get a different value, it's going to fire off. Okay. Now let's do some conditional logic. Say if your 2 cents dot value is equal to 1 equals assignment, 2 and 3 test for equality, strict and weak equals. Okay, so if your 2 cents equals, let's make it say fire drill, then let's do document.body.style.background equals red. Paint the town red if it's a fire drill. Okay, so oh, fire drill. So that's kind of cool. I think I want to delete them. So let's say document.add event listener. Let's say double click instead of click. And then a arrow function. And oh, so with parentheses, we're going to pass parameters. We could say E, or we don't even have to do parameters if it's just one. The parentheses if it's just one program. So E in console.log E. E is parameter here. That's very specifically the event object. So I just double clicked, and now we have a bunch of information about that event. So I'm going to click on this, or double click on that, and we have our target, which is the div that we hit. So let's say .target .text content, and now you can see what's in there, and we could say e.target.remove. Okay, so oops, actually remove the double click and hit me. Damn it. Okay, don't double click, so don't take it away. Boom.